Math Hands, this video is the first one for lesson 2.2, where we're going to use the tangent ratio to calculate length. Before we dive into that, just a quick word about direct measurement versus indirect measurement. This is traditionally, a huge use of trigonometry. Direct measurement is great if you can directly measure something. If you can take a ruler or tape measure, protractor, and go up against the thing and measure it. Indirect measurement uses mathematical reasoning to calculate the length or the angle of something. And so people have been using this for many centuries to get distances to stars, to heights of buildings or mountains, where you can't take a ruler or a tape measure and measure a mountain, so we find heights in other ways. In the last lesson, we used the tangent ratio in a question like this, where somebody said, oh, what's the angle for angle of elevation here for this theta? And so we said, well, tan of theta is 3/4. So inverse tan of 3/4 is equal to about 37 degrees. So we've used it to find angles before. But in this question, we're going to be given the angle and one of the sides, and we're asked to find the length of BC. So we're asked to find the length of BC to the nearest 1/10 of a centimeter. And so if I look at that triangle, BC is what I usually would call the opposite side relative to that 24-degree angle. I have the adjacent side, so I know that tan relates opposite over adjacent. So tan of 24 must be equal to this missing length, BC, divided by 12. Now tan of 24 is something I can calculate. You can punch that into your calculator, just tan of 24 equals. And if you multiply both sides of this by 12, you'll have BC all by itself. So 12 times tan of 24 equals, and you get a measurement, indirect measurement, of how long BC must be. BC must be about 5.3 centimeters, because if you go back to the beginning and said, okay, 5.3 divided by 12, you should find that that gives you the same answer as tan of 24. So the tan ratio is not only useful in finding missing angles, it's also useful in finding missing sides, but make sure you are talking about a relationship between opposite and adjacent sides.